All right, guys. So I'm gonna try and make this video as quickly as I can. Today, I'm gonna be installing a steering damper on my 2018 Yamaha R1, aka Lido. We got the steering damper right here. Comes with everything that you need. So, damper itself from OHLINS. A few bolts and hardware, little spacer, some zip ties, the module that tricks the bike into thinking the stock electronically controlled damper is still on the bike. Should be a pretty simple and easy job. There is your stock damper right here. It is essentially on the lower triple clamp, and it's a pretty easy job, believe it or not, even though it's kind of tucked away in here. So we're only gonna need 3 tools. You're gonna need a 5mm Allen, a 12mm open end, and a 12mm socket with a ratchet, small extension, and that's gonna be it. So first thing you're gonna wanna do, usually there's a horn mounted under here, so if you have your horn, you're gonna need to take it off. And then you're gonna wanna get to these 2 Allens right here, which are those 5mm. You're gonna wanna take those off so we can get this little plastic shroud off really quick and get access to that bottom bolt. And it'll help us get easier access to the rod bolt for the damper right here, which you can see the rod for the damper goes into the triple, and you'll just need to get that off too. So let's go ahead and break these loose. Probably use a Allen socket, a 5mm Allen socket as well, if that's easier for you, which would probably be easier for me too, but I like doing things the hard way apparently. So there's a little plastic shroud, that's out. These are just the horn wires. My bike doesn't have a horn, so I'll be zip tying those up. And there's this other little metal bracket, which I'll be, oh, you guys can see that. There we go. This other little metal bracket, which I'll be leaving on here. I'll probably just end up bolting it back to the triples. Dang, it's dirty down here. So now we can see the damper bolts. So you can see one right here, and then the nut on the triple right where the tip of my finger is right here, which is a 12mm and a 12mm. So go ahead and break both of those loose, and then I believe there's a connector, which will probably be easier to see once I take the damper out. So I was a 4mm right here, and then just the push tabs. You just got to pull up on it very, very lightly, and it'll pop up. If you have a stock ram air, which I don't because my first OEM ram air broke, you'll have another little tab right there, but mine didn't have it. So we'll follow the wires up, and you see the wires go up and behind this upper fairing. So what I'm gonna do, because, well, I'm lazy and I don't really have patience, is I'm just gonna go ahead and snip those wires. Then I'm gonna go ahead and snip these wires and just solder the wires on. This is essentially just a resistor, and it's just gonna trick the ECU into believing that the stock damper is still on there. There is no wrong or right way to hook this up. It doesn't matter if it's left or right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. But if you wanna be a little more thorough about it and just do the plug and play, you can absolutely take your upper fairing off and do it that way. So the reinstallation of the damper is gonna be pretty easy. So we're gonna take that original bolt, big washer on the bottom, I put the rubber washer on the top. I don't know if this is the exact way to do it, but this is the way that I'm going to do it, and I'm using this big washer to stop the damper from flopping up and down a ton. We're gonna take the 243 blue Loctite and get it down there first. Just a little drop of it, and that's it. Go ahead and install that in really quick. Alright, so now we can see these holes almost line up, so just go ahead and pull the damper out until the eyelet lines up with the hole. Back up 1 second. Alright, before you drop that bolt through, this washer needs to go in between the triple clamp and the actual eyelet for the damper. So I'm gonna put this on really quick and I'll show you guys exactly what that looks like. This just makes sure that the damper is dead even from the frame across to the triple clamps. I know it's kind of hard to see. It's a little blurry, but that spacer goes in between the damper and the lower triple. Now you're good to put the nut on, tighten everything up, put your horn back on if you have one, and that's that. Before you put this panel back on over here, really easy access to the knob. Make any adjustments that you need to. Get it feeling how you want. And that's it. OHLINS provides everything that you need and makes it pretty simple to put it on there. So if you guys have any questions, drop a comment below. I'll try to answer them as best I can. But that's going to be it for this one.